All right, everybody. So my video froze, so I had to make a second video here, but I just want to go through and finish optimizing the profile here. So obviously, one thing we need to add is a website. We've obviously created Justin's website here through Happy Tile Guys. So we'll be able to copy and paste that website over here and add that in. Appointment link, not 100% necessary because we actually don't have an appointment, basically software. We have the request a quote. I'm going to throw that in there, whether it gets approved or not. You know, it'll depend on Google. So typically with the appointment link, that's like if you're going to get your haircut, you can put an appointment link in there, and that'll link, and they can also connect directly to a Gen Book or a Vagaro or Square appointments or something like that. But that's not relevant here for you guys. So let's go through here and finish kind of optimizing these things. I want to add a short name here, see if we can get Supreme Surfaces MKE LLC. That's perfect. Let's apply that. They'll give you that suggestion, basically just a short name to find your profile. Great. We can copy the link. I don't need that right now, so I'm just going to X that out. Okay, very good. So we've added our services. Justin can come through and add additional services. You can add pricing or descriptions. I would optimize this and build out as much as possible. So you probably don't have an exact price for anything that you do like this. However, adding a description is extremely important. So if I were you, for instance, in this case, for Justin, we could come over here and look at the flooring and copy and paste his information at least. Copy and paste it over here. At best, you write another description for Google so that there's more data to pull from, right? We want to provide as much as possible. So for instance, let me just find one here. Let's see a good one. Heated flooring. Let's add this. We'll go in here, and just for the sake of this video, I'm going to copy and paste that description in here, and I'm going to apply it. Again, Google's going to verify that, so on and so forth. Please take the time to do this. It seems like a lot of extra little data or little details that aren't necessary, but look, you're going to be probably the only one in your area that's actually spending the time doing this, so make sure you do that. So now we've gone through, we've added obviously the information, we've gone through and added the phone number, we have the website added, we've added our services along with the description. This hours, you guys can come in and do this here. I'm not sure exactly what everybody's hours are. You can do open, you know, you can do 24 hours, or you can actually select times. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, but make sure you put in your hours and make sure they're accurate, because Google will say this business is closed or this business may be closed. A lot of people are probably going to do 24 hours. A lot of people are working all the time anyway, and it's not like somebody's going to come if you don't have a physical location. Obviously, they don't have anywhere to come. So adding the hours, though, is extremely important to do. I'm going to come back to the home here and kind of go through a few things here. To see, we've done the profile name, blah blah blah. Okay, add a logo, extremely important here. Let's go to the photos and see something real quick. So this is something that a lot of people aren't doing that actually can really help to optimize the your photos, and I would definitely recommend to do it. Fill in as many of these categories as you can. So obviously a logo is going to be just your logo. A cover photo can be the backsplash that you use on your website. For instance, videos at work, team, identity, all that, as many of those as you can. So I would do that. So for instance, we'll go through here and let me see if I can save this image here as Supreme Surfaces. Great. And the reason I actually saved that name instead of just saving it as logo 1 is I want to give Google as much data as possible. So for instance, if let's say I'm going to save a heated flooring picture, let's say I'm going to save one of the heated flooring pictures here and post that on Google. I'm going to save the image, and I'm not just going to save it as this random number that's generated when I save it. I'm going to put something like heated-flooring Wisconsin, or even heated flooring Supreme Surfaces, because what that's doing is it's telling Google a little bit more data about the picture itself. So it's just not a random assortment of numbers. This picture, the file name is inherited by Google and understood of what it is. And the reason we put dashes in between heated dash flooring dash supreme dash, oh, if I could spell, not faces, surfaces, is because putting all the words together obviously doesn't make sense. The dash kind of divides that so that Google understands what it is, which makes complete sense. So I'm going to save that one just to have a picture to upload as well. But let's see if I can do this logo here. The size might not be perfect, but let's give it a shot anyway. All right. Well, let's see. Supreme Surfaces MKE. Okay, so we need to make something a little bit more specific, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to set this just like this. Let's see. Okay, great. Cover photo. So this is basically going to be, your best photo. So let me pause this for a second and pull one from Justin's pictures here. All right, so I found a good photo to use for Justin's cover photo here. I'm going to set it for him, see if this works. Again, the sizes need to be set. Okay, so ideally what you want to do, and Justin may come in and change this, ideally what you want to do is represent your work, obviously, as good as possible. So I found a beautiful picture of a home that had some backsplash and some work done here. I wanted to put that on there, so we went ahead and set that. Now, video, obviously, do a video of a couple of your jobs and upload that. That's pretty straightforward. At work, again, this is like pictures that are actually going on. So obviously, let's see, I actually just uploaded the one of the heated flooring. Let's use that one because it's definitely at work. We got that team, pictures of your team, which makes sense. Identity is just basically ways that that Google verifies, not verifies you, but relates to you. So that's your logo and your cover photo. So get a couple pictures of you and your team. It really stands out to have it. If I can recommend anything for the pictures for any of these, but for the team specifically, take everybody's picture in the same spot with good light. If you have an iPhone, for instance, use portrait mode because it'll take a professional looking photo. And taking everybody in the same spot, like the same backdrop behind them, will be great because it'll be consistent. And look, a lot of your competition is going to do this. You're probably going to have selfies and all kinds of stuff. Ask your friend, ask somebody who's working with you, ask your wife, girlfriend, whatever, husband, whoever it is, to take a picture of you and make it look professional there. And the at work photos, obviously you guys have a ton of this. Go through and optimize this. Add photos as you do projects. That's extremely important to do as well. There's a couple more things that I want to hit on in addition to that. The Google posts are essentially like posting on Instagram or Facebook. And a lot of people put this to the side and don't spend time on it. We've been doing testing for my private SEO clients recently and have seen a great uptick in the amount of traffic and obviously impressions and things we're getting on these profiles when we're more active. So if nothing else, once a week, once every 2 weeks at most, come in and do something. You can create add an update, which could be, hey, we just finished this project, look how it turned out. Add an event if you have something going on. If you have a physical location, it might make more sense. Or add an offer. So if you guys have a special that you're running, for instance, for a month or whatever, make sure you do that, which is really cool to do. So it's really easy. It's really straightforward. Most times it's going to be an update. Click on add an update, grab a picture, write out your post. Yeah, so let's just do this real quick here. Okay, so we'll just say this is heated flooring, right? So we would write something about heated flooring and then say, what do they want to do? They want to learn more. I'm going to do that. I'm going to learn more. And obviously, I'm going to come to Justin's website. If it's about heated flooring, guess what? I'm going to send them directly to that page because they're extremely interested. And that's it. And you publish your post. And again, a lot of your competition is not doing this. Do this once a week if you can. It really only takes a couple of seconds, as you see here. That's extremely important to do. And also, as you finish your jobs, like I said, continue to add photos. Google doesn't want to see 500 photos uploaded today and then none for 2 years. They want to see consistent activity. And the last thing I want to hit on in this video, at least we could go on forever about this, but reviews. Make sure you send your past clients to get reviews. I have some custom software we created that can really help with that. If you want to see that, you can pop over to sinisto.com. It's actually not released to the public. It's only a private thing. But basically what it does is it allows you to easily get reviews for people. And let me actually pop over here and show you a link of what that looks like as we go through this. But basically, you need to get these reviews. Like, people aren't spending the time on that. They're not getting reviews. If you just get the reviews, you're going to stand out a ton. So basically what it does is it creates this custom link for you where I say, hey, great, thanks for choosing Supreme Services. We would love your feedback. I want to give you guys 5 stars. And guess what? You are allowed to put in 2 different sources. So you can put, or you can put more, as many sources as you want. For most people, I recommend just do Google. I don't really care to leave Facebook reviews or Yelp. If I only had Google, it would actually direct me straight here, but look, it's going to pop me right over there and take me right to the box, which is very cool to see. So you can check it out, synisto.com, synisto.com. It's a really cool tool and something you can use. If nothing else, at least come over, grab your link. You can search on maps, view your listing on maps and stuff, and see it here. As you see, we're adding information to kind of build this out. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. We want to make sure that we optimize these listings as much as possible. Justin's listing here is obviously still going through the verification process, so it's going to take a couple days to start showing up. But take your time, go through these things, make sure you're continually adding posts and photos. That's extremely important. Get some professional looking photos, at least of you and the team, and upload those. It'll stand out. I'm telling you, it'll stand out a ton when you're looking at the competition, because most people are not spending time here. And this is as important as having a professional looking website. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Granted, with Happy Tile Guy here. If you have any questions, more than happy to help. Just post it down below.